Everybody.
What's going on?
Welcome back. Welcome back. It's Michelle.
And this is Jermaine. I had
And
to
we're
think
here
about
to
my
talk
name.
that stuff. We're here to talk that stuff with what are you hearing?
Do you not hear it? Like I hear
No.
like an echo
Of me?
of both of us.
I don't hear it.
Okay, well I think it stopped.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, we're here to talk that stuff. This time it's Real Housewives of Potomac. Yes. What are your thoughts? Do you like that franchise?
Do I like that franchise? Look, let me tell you something. Um, Especially over the pandemic, it
Hmm.
captured my heart, my soul, my attention, my love, my everything. Like I was ready to wake up to it. I was I was reading their tweets. I was all in it.
You
It was my
invested.
life.
Yes, yes. I like this one too. I think because I honestly feel like um unlike some of the other, well, I don't watch all of the franchises, but like I did watch like New Jersey and Atlanta. I feel like they do try to make some resolution every season, or at least attempt to, where the other ones it's like it's over, like they season to season, it's we're done. But anyway, so
Yeah.
welcome everyone.
Well, I do want to say that at least with Potomac, a a small group of them knew
Hmm.
each other and had friendships prior to the
Yeah,
show actually started, and so that was pretty cool. That was pretty
yeah,
cool.
yeah. I like that, and I
And
feel.
so
Oh, go ahead.
it just kind of gives them a path back to each other, no matter what
Hmm.
happens.
That's what I was gonna say because I feel like, especially Giselle and Karen, I feel like they have that love hate every season, but they end up bringing it back together. It's like no matter how crazy they do each other, they end up back together.
But wait. Are you team Karen or team Giselle?
You know what? I honestly am Team Giselle, and
Yeah.
I mean I can acknowledge when she does wrong, but I still like her. I still Team Giselle.
She's all about the drama. She's all about the drama, and because she's all about the drama, that's why I love her. I love her, and she's always gonna bring the tea. Always gonna bring the tea. Always
Always
wants to get into the dirt and then kind of like back off. Like,
right. Let's see what happens. Exactly. That is her. You want to do our intro?
oh yes,
Yeah,
let's go. Let's
before we
go. Let's go.
get way into
Look,
it.
I was getting so excited.
Go ahead. Go ahead and say what like you don't know what I'm talking about.
And we're back. All right. Okay, Real Housewives of Potomac. We're gonna talk about both episodes 1 and 2 so far. When they start off, they're at the is it the Cherry Blossom? They're there in DC, kind of having a picnic, and it's Karen and Giselle. I think Robin and Ashley ends up joining, and they're just kind of catching up. And so I guess what is it? Ashley, she's getting a divorce, maybe or maybe not. I don't know. That's what it seems like is happening. Yet they're still living together and planning to buy a home together. So that seems like just interesting because she's not consistent with that. They talk
Is
about
this a storyline or is this real?
well, I remember seeing on Instagram, I don't know where, but that they were getting divorced. So it was in the news or in the blogs or something. So
Okay.
it at least made it outside of the franchise that they were getting divorced. I don't know. It's some. I'll mention something during episode 2 to see because I was just like, why is she being so vague? Either
Mm,
you're getting divorced or not. Even
mm.
if, like she said in Virginia, you have to be separated for a year before you can apply. But even if that's the case, it's like we're heading toward divorce and we're separated now. But she just
Yeah.
seemed very, I don't know,
Iffy.
yeah, iffy about that. Like, what are you
Yeah.
doing?
And clearly, well, I'm sorry, I don't know if this was episode 1 or episode 2, but she
Mhm.
hadn't seen an attorney yet. So
Yeah, I mean, taking none of the steps, but most of the steps that you would take when you're getting married or staying married, like buying a new home, all that kind of stuff, she's doing. But
mhm,
yeah, so
mhm,
that was Ashley.
mhm.
They also discussed the Mia's, well, they call it a cancer scare. So they were kind of like discussing how, you know how people, I don't, is it called a thirst trap when they put, if it's not, okay, so put stuff on there so you can be like, oh my gosh, what happened? Do you have cancer? Do you not? Or whatever. So it's kind of like she put something out there to make it seem like she had cancer, but then she did another post or updated the post to make it seem like she didn't or whatever. Because it's different, like pray for me, I may have cancer versus, oh my gosh, I have
cancer.
Yeah, that's a big difference. So anyway, Robin came, she got her new hair color. It's growing on me. I don't think I liked it initially, but the more she styles it and does different things with it, I like it.
I'm laughing because I hated it. I hated it. I hated it. But the second episode, I was like, okay, I can, I'm okay with it. I'm okay.
That was me too. It could have been just the way she had it styled that first episode. It just, but I don't know, the natural wave or something she had at the party. I like that. Yeah. And somewhere else. So yeah, it's growing on me. Mm-hmm. And then, she's still not married. I don't think they even working toward it. So yeah, I don't know if that'll be a storyline because they kind of touched on it and that was it. Giselle's getting her house together. I mean, this is the longest renovation ever, but it's coming along.
Wait. Maybe the longest in Potomac history, but not in Real Housewives history.
Forget about Sheree. She is our winner. Sheree is our winner. Yes. You're right about that. But hers is still not done though either. But I think Sheree still got it regardless. However long she takes.
Right.
And then Karen is having a spring bling kickoff. So she kind of talks about that where she wants it all peace. She's turning over new leaves. She has not new breasts, but updated breasts. They're lifted or something. She got fat transferred and lifted or whatever. So yeah. So that's kind of like highlight of the intro.
Yeah.
And then they have this party, her spring bling. I think they discussed like her invitation, but whatever. But they have the party, and then I noticed they're introducing a lot of new people. So the first person I noticed was Jacqueline, who is Mia's best friend. So I was just like, okay, they probably need somebody. Because if you think about it, Mia was trying to find her place last year, and I think she solidified like her enemies now. So she needs somebody on her side, I think. So that might be why they introduced Jacqueline, but we'll see.
Okay. Yeah.
But as they're talking, Ascala, do you remember her? I forgot all about her too.
Yeah, I remember her that message. I mean, yeah. I remember.
So everybody's coming into the party. So this is something that it was hilarious to me. And I think Robin ended up bringing it back up, but they keep talking about this divorce with Ashley, divorce, non-divorce, separation, whatever it is with Ashley and Michael. And she was just like, you don't get a house with somebody you're divorcing. Robin, his name not on her house. And I was like, ooh, see, okay. Because I did not know that. And apparently nobody else did either. So just like you say, the drama, like dropping it. She doesn't wear like, she don't even know yeah.
But wait, I do want to say this. I love the way that Robin went to her and was just like, nah, I got a problem with you.
Yeah.
And laid out what the problem was. And, they talked amongst themselves. And, from Giselle's perspective, I understand how sometimes you say something that is supposed to be kept confidential. And then it's like, ooh, did I say that? I really did. Yeah. I'm so sorry I said, and they were able to work through it.
Yeah,
that to me, like that's mature. That's
adult. Yes,
especially because then Robin was able to explain herself. Yeah, it is in my name. No, I don't want the public to know because this is my husband, and how would my husband feel? Yada yada yada. But what she described that made total sense.
It made perfect sense. Like his credit wasn't good, so it had to be in my name to get the best. So that made sense because at first I was just like, oh, his name not on.
She really don't want to marry this man.
Okay, it not being as juicy as we thought. But yeah, that, like you said, that was a great example of how to, if you got an issue, how to come to the person, explain it, let them get a chance to apologize and explain. Oh my gosh, what about Wendy and Giselle? When Wendy came over, like last season didn't happen, trying to hug, she's like, no hugs, I'm doing amazing. I'm doing it.
No. It was that look like no.
Yes. Oh my
They're
God,
like, are
that
you
was
crazy?
hilarious.
Are you crazy? Like, no.
It was like, because sometimes they'll fake, like they'll start the new season and fake like they all love each other. Because the first season of Real House of Atlanta this year, they all in the little somewhere they were and just all kiki and everybody love each other the first episode, and then the drama starts. She was like,
Yeah.
I'm not even faking with you, not even faking. So anyway, that's kind of they end the first episode with Giselle kind of confronting Mia. She comes in and she was like, "Is this what cancer, no cancer looks like?" And so, of course, Mia didn't take too well to that. And so, I think they kind of ended it somewhere around there.
But wait, I do want to say that Mia had a great comeback. I mean, it took her a second to get to it, but she had a great comeback. I loved how she defended herself. You know, I really didn't need her friend to like kind of jump in. Because Mia, she handled herself like, and she put everyone in their place without making them feel bad about it.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, she got a little lying problem from last season, but she always defended herself well. Like she, well, you know, it's like she, well, it's lying. Like I was like, she overstates the truth, but like, yeah, she had a little lying problem from last season. But I will say she did have good comeback. She defended herself well and all of that. I agree. But anyway, so as they're talking, I will say I agree that she did not come, because I mean, it was a meme I saw the other day. It's like, I will never go under anybody's post and say what happened, but I'm so glad when other people do, because you want to know, but you don't want to be the one to ask. So you're like, ooh, they asked.
That'd be me. What happened? Somebody tell me what happened. That's me. 100%.
Well, I'm
what
happy
happened?
that you do that. So anyway, Giselle is you, where she just like, look, we need to know. Where everybody else would have eased in and be like, are you doing okay? So that post, you know, like they didn't try to ease in. Giselle was like, look, you got cancer. No. And so everybody else tried to like, well, Karen was, you know, trying to play both sides like she does often. And the other people, I think Robin was like, oh my gosh, what did I come into? Because I think she came up while they were in the midst of the drama or whatever. But long story short, it didn't, I mean, like you said, Mia handled herself well, but Giselle did not look good at that moment, because she seemed like, because I mean, even if people playing around with cancer, like they may or may not have it, you still don't want to play around with it, you know, if somebody may have it. Anyway, Sharice is back too. I think they introduced her a little in the first episode.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah. So she's back.
But by the way, I'm loving her now. In the past, I was kind of like, why are you keeping this a secret? Just be honest. Just tell the truth. Just blah, blah, blah. Now she's just like, yeah, I gotta do it. I'm doing all of this, and I'm like, she's owning every part of who she is.
Yeah,
I love it.
Yeah, and I think before, was her divorce final?
Before, no, I don't even know if she was going through a divorce. I just know old dude wasn't really living with her.
Yeah, I think it's because I'm thinking because like they probably in the midst of their divorce or, you know, or something. So she was like, I can't say too much because I need these coins so I can wear my Fendi and Versace. And so she must have gotten paid well because.
But you know what? She could have told her friends and just be like, I really don't want to be part of the show. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And they would have, I feel like they would have respected her because everyone on that show, most everyone on the show knew her personally.
Yeah.
I think that they would have had her back in that way.
Yeah, she was part of the initial connection. But it was messy for Robin to invite her to the party, knowing or not knowing how her and Karen were at the moment. But Karen played it off well. So, but then also Katie's back. I didn't know who she was. Go ahead.
Wait. And Karen, when she's asking, you know, can we have lunch or whatever? Yeah,
yeah, absolutely. I would love that.
Like you can see it all over her face. No, I ain't doing this. Like okay. I really want to curse right now.
Oh my god! So yeah, I was just like, oh my god, and then she almost had me fooled. I was just like, wait a minute, is that maybe she? I don't know.
I saw it all over her face. Like, it ain't happening.
Oh my gosh. And they had on, it wasn't the same outfit, but it was, I guess, similar Fendi print or whatever.
Oh, it was like a
Yeah,
different
yeah.
color, and they wore it different. They wore it
Hmm.
different.
Yeah. Okay, Katie. That's what I was gonna say. Katie's
Mhm.
back. Did you recognize her before they said who she
With
was?
it,
Bald
they
head
said
and
her name before I could recognize her face. So
oh, okay, okay.
yeah.
And so she's back, and I don't know why they keep bringing her back, but it could be because what's Kent Ray? I forgot he said that she was whoever he liked, or I don't know what it was, but
Hmm.
honey, she went right in, squeezing his butt and rubbing his head. I'm like, the nerve, and he was grinning. Get it here.
There's some
Okay.
attention that he doesn't normally get at home.
That's true. Okay. Because I think, okay, this is my personal opinion about Karen. I think, when Ray was in his 50s, he probably was with it or whatever. He was rich and, she was young and they was with it. Now he's getting older. She is too, but she's still at a point where she can move and shake. He ain't moving and shaking as much. And so
Hmm.
that's where some I think of their issues are coming from. But
You think she
Katie's
cheating?
here. Huh?
You think she's cheating?
I wouldn't be surprised. I don't think they're happy. I don't think they're happy. I will say that. Yeah. I don't know. I wouldn't say I don't know if she's cheating, but just I don't know, even over the seasons, you can just see like hints of stuff where it doesn't seem like they're happy. But anyway.
Hmm. Hmm.
But
I
yeah.
would say in that first season, that was really when I was thinking like they're not gonna last. That's how
Mhm.
I thought of them. They're not gonna last.
The
I
first
thought
season.
I thought she was a gold digger. Like everything about her seemed like everything just seemed very superficial. Like,
Mhm.
oh, my man has got this, my man has got that, da 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 da. Then season two, they moved out of Potomac. It was like, what is
Yeah.
going on?
I honestly feel like she probably was a little bit to get with him in the first place because what was he? She called him the Black Bill Gates. So he had
Hmm.
money and he had status and all this kind of stuff. And she
Hmm.
was young and came from that country, whatever that little town
Hmm.
was they keep going back to.
Surrey
So,
County.
yeah, Sirianni. So I feel like there probably was a slight, I don't doubt that she loved him, but if he was Ray working at
If he was a
Waffle
teacher in Houston, he
House,
would. He would.
there would have been no yeah. So I think that had a little bit to do with it. But yeah, so we'll see. I didn't get. She gold digger, but I feel like it was love too. But
Right.
but
I
now
get
that
it.
he had them tax issues and he ain't got the money like he did, and she's I think the breadwinner now, if I'm not mistaken, because she has different things going
Hmm.
on, and
Hmm.
I don't know if he paid those taxes off or not, but we'll
I'm
see.
gonna assume that he has because they haven't brought it up in a while. So
Yeah,
I'm gonna assume that he has.
he probably has. Okay.
Yeah.
So let me see. Candace and her sister. Um, there wasn't really much there. The only thing I thought about was that um her husband, Candace's husband, is not Chris is now working, which seemed like it would be a good thing because the other seasons it was an issue where he wasn't working and they felt like he was like living off of her. So now that he's working, she's still complaining because he's not there. It's like you can't, you gotta have one or the other. Either he working or not working. So,
It's
but
it's like she doesn't really. It's like she doesn't know what she wants. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? It's
yeah,
like you got to understand that no matter what your significant other does, it's going to encroach into your life, right?
yeah.
You've got to understand that to a certain extent, and it doesn't seem like she's being realistic about the situation in my mind.
At all. Because he has to work, especially if it seems like I guess she's doing the hair, her music, and stuff like that. But I don't think that's consistent income. I don't believe because yeah, since
No,
that
it's
video from
not.
last season, I don't think I
Real
heard too.
Housewives is the most consistent income they've got.
Yeah, and I don't think that's
Well,
gonna
she's
be
got.
the same. Yeah, and the
Mm-mm.
husbands don't get paid, right? I thought the
No, they
husband.
don't. But they
Yeah,
have to sign a waiver to be shown.
yeah. So they're just volunteering their time. So he got to work, girl. So anyway, Ashley friends Deborah visit. I don't think it was too much there. Um, but let's see. Oh, we already talked about Robert and Giselle meeting with um
Hmm.
the thing. But one thing did happen at the dinner, in addition to Giselle apologizing, is they talked about the whole cancer thing, and she sent the text to Mia, kind of apologizing and acknowledging that, hey, I definitely went about this the wrong way. Can we work it
Mm-hmm.
out or whatever?
Mm-hmm.
So, um,
So what
she
you
also
think? Like,
brings.
if a friend of yours did something like that, you know, as grave as that situation, and then sent
Mhm.
you a text apologizing, saying, "Hey, look, I want to meet with you to formally apologize," yada yada yada. How would you receive that?
I mean, I don't. It's hard to think about it because I don't have any friends that have crossed me like these people cross each other in the past. Like it's a different if it's like a friend of me and now you apologize. It's like okay, is we keep going back and forth. But I'm trying to put myself in Mia's shoes. So if it seemed like whatever she texted was sincere. It seemed like a sincere apology. I may not have gone to dinner or lunch or whatever. We don't have to do it in person, but I'll say I accept your apology or thank you for saying that. I think I would say that,
Yeah,
not just ignore it or whatever. But
right.
you know, it's a show and they need a line. But this is also where she shared with Robin that Chris, oh no, let me see.
Well, Robin brought up.
That's what it was.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait. Robin brought up that Chris, who is Candace's husband, DM'd Ashley. And so if you hear DM, you like, what? Wait a minute. Say what now? What happened? So what it looked like to me was an Instagram story with a picture of Ashley and a friend. And one place in DC was tagged, and he responds and says, you should have come to
my job.
Yeah, my job. So whatever. So to me, that makes perfect sense. Like if one of my friends' husbands replied to my story saying something that is normal, because honestly, when you're replying to a story, to me, it's different than going to the DM and you know what I'm saying? To me, that's slightly different as well because you're just replying to a story. It comes through as a DM, but it's not like I searched you to actually send you a message. And it was very innocent. I do understand that Ashley didn't know at the time that was his job. She somehow thought, okay, this is an inappropriate time and you're inviting me to a hotel. What is going on? So I do understand Ashley's initial, like, okay, what is going on here?
So question. So the way in which I'm sorry, I am jumping ahead. Maybe I shouldn't.
That's fine.
So when it was brought to Candace, and Candace was kind of like, "What?"
You're talking about when Ashley brought it to Candace?
When Ashley brought it to her, like, and maybe it was just the way that they edited it, but it made it seem like Candace was like, I don't believe you, or like, no. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was like, no. But after a while, Candace was like, okay, all right, let me explain some things to you. Where would you land?
Okay, so to me, if somebody came to me and said, my husband DM'd them, I would be like, my husband DM'd you? Like, because it goes down in the DM. So,
right.
like, because that's not anything that you expect of him. So I understand her initial reaction. But when she said what the statement was, then Candace was like, oh, I get it. Okay.
Right.
And she explained it to her, whatever.
Okay.
And to me, I didn't think it was that big a deal, but I will say when Ashley said, okay, look, I didn't want it to be like coming back to you some other kind of way, and I didn't even tell you. And you're like, why didn't you tell me my husband was doing it? So I think I got both sides of that story. So
because Giselle was gonna throw it in her face. Okay. Then it was gonna be something else.
He's DMing all of us. So that part I got or whatever. But Giselle shares that she felt uncomfortable because at the reunion, I guess something happened and he was just like, can I talk to you, privately? And so they go, I'm thinking it's her dressing room or something. And she says that nobody else was in there. She thought her glam was in there. And she's not sure what he said, but she doesn't think he said anything wrong. She doesn't think he said anything inappropriate, but she didn't feel comfortable.
Right.
Now, let's see. This is kind of mixing in, but anyway, from her perspective, I feel like Giselle say what she want to say when she want to say it all the time. So if she didn't feel comfortable, I don't know why she didn't say, "Oh, I don't feel comfortable. Let's go, outside, or let's find a room with at least a third party in there." If she felt that uncomfortable, but of course they need a storyline. But I was just like, that is interesting. She brings that up like months later that she felt uncomfortable about something that she don't quite remember what he said, but
Well,
nobody was
so this is where I'm going to interject. Like
okay.
Giselle did a really good job of kind of like setting the scene. She basically said on the heels of hearing about what Chris did with the DM
Ashley.
to Ashley,
Mm-hmm.
on reflection, now this is how I feel about the situation.
Mm,
So hearing that, hearing that piece of information along with the information that she had, it made her feel like, perhaps I should have thought more about it. Um,
mm-hmm.
I'm with you. I think that how he came to her was innocent. I mean, clearly, okay. So from Giselle's perspective, Giselle didn't tell her this. I guess trying to save face. But he was complaining about Candace.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I get that. Now, my experiences with men, I can go anywhere with any. It don't matter. It don't matter. Like, either you trust me or you don't, right?
Right.
So any message at that hour of the night would
Mm-hmm.
be like, mm-mm. But that's men, right?
Yeah.
It's not man, woman. That's men. A
Mm-hmm.
man, oh, huh, I'm not about that. We about to fight. We about to fight.
Well, yeah. I mean, and I don't even I'm just trying to think if he even thought about the time. Cause like if you responded to stories when you see it, whatever. But that's one thing I was gonna mention too with Giselle. I think because of her history too, her having that relationship with Jamal and him being unfaithful, all the kind of stuff, like
Mm-hmm.
the trauma from
Mm-hmm.
that probably did have something to
Mm-hmm.
do with her not being comfortable with another. And I think she hinted toward that too,
She
being
did.
comfortable with somebody else. But anyway, so yeah. So anyway, let me see. Did they? We'll get back to that because that's how they ended. But Karen and Ray, he's not happy about her breast update. That wasn't much. Let me see. Mia and Gordon and Jacqueline, they meet all together. What did they talk about? Just her biopsy, and they talked about the party with Giselle. Oh, and that's when Mia discusses that she did not respond to Giselle and kind of left her on unread. So anyway, to the sexy dance class. This is where the drama unfolds. So Ashley has this. She's been doing TikTok videos, and apparently I don't follow her, and she's not in my algorithm because this is the first I'm seeing of her being this TikTok star. But in case she decides to have a sexy dance class and brings the women in or whatever. So, she's still not drinking. They still bring up the divorce stuff. I think they're gonna bring that up like all
All
season. But
throughout
is
this
it this
season.
point?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this point where I got a clue of why she's probably being vague because she needs Michael. They need to be married for them to close on this loan.
Mm-hmm.
Because if there's any hint, I guess that they may be getting divorced, then maybe they may not get the house. Because that's the only reason I would feel like that may be why she's being vague. Because it was so weird. I don't know, it was just weird how y'all divorcing or not, but.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, so
Mm-hmm.
they do the sexy dance class, and some ladies are better than others. But overall, I think they look pretty good. The editing made them look like they were uniform for the most part.
You want to? I was so thrown off. I thought Robin would have done a whole lot better. See,
Me too. Because was it her that won? Didn't they have like a contest last season? I thought Robin's team won or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I don't,
maybe
whatever.
yeah.
It is. And I thought Giselle would have been the one that was, uncoordinated.
Yeah.
I did.
So you just never know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And Wendy actually did pretty good too for coming in late.
Oh, she was killing it.
Yeah.
Wendy was killing it.
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay, girl.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway,
Look, let me tell you something. I might not like some of these women, like not in real life, but like on the show. I might not like some of these women, but when you do something good, you do something good. I'm gonna give you your accolades. I'm gonna give you your flowers or whatever it is that you do. I don't like Wendy though.
I think I liked her the first season, but
yeah.
However, I don't know if it's the new breast and the butt or whatever, but she kind of changed. I don't know. I didn't like her last season, but we'll see if she redeems herself. But I think I liked her.
Very adversarial. She was like always like trying to get somebody. And it was like
Yeah.
she was team Karen for like no reason. Like all of a sudden she's just team Karen. Like, oh, I'm reading the tweets and everybody likes Karen, so
Yeah.
I'm team
Let me go
Karen.
there. Yeah. And I feel like she just who she is, like I don't feel like she needs the show per se, but who she is outside of the show professionally, girl, don't be acting a fool and lose your professional stuff on this show. But anyway, we'll see how she does this season. But at the end of the class is when Giselle pulls Candace to the side to talk about, okay, I have something to discuss with you. And so Candace was like, what is it, girl? You know, whatever. So she explains the whole thing with her feeling uncomfortable. And the more she's talking, Candace is looking like straight at the camera, like, is this what we doing this season? Like, okay, what is going on here or whatever? Because I feel like the shows are, of course, lightly scripted. Like, okay, this is going to be the drama this season, or what do you think y'all should bring up? I feel like it's lightly scripted where they know what drama is going to be that season. And they must not share it with everybody, because Candace was like, what is not going to happen is my husband going to be the one causing the drama this season. And so she was just like, hold up, I need to talk. Whoever was it, Michael? She said the name.
Eric,
like,
I think.
Eric, that's what it was, Eric. She was like, I need to see him. He must be the head producer or something. And she was like, look, it's some other husbands that's doing some dirty stuff.
You got him for that.
Okay.
Point the cameras to him, not mine. You ain't gonna do mine like that.
Okay. And I like that. She was just like, look, we might not be on the best of terms. I might not like him working all day, but what you're not gonna do is make up some false allegations. Because I will say the Michael stuff was true. You know what I'm saying? Like the stuff with Wendy's husband. Remember they tried to throw some stuff about Wendy's husband last year, but I don't think that was true. And so she was like, what we're not gonna do is come to my husband this season, because it does. I mean, your marriage, it takes a lot for your marriage to survive these reality shows. So, but I'm gonna make some fake stuff up. So I'm with her on that. So but I'm excited. The season is already starting off good.
I just want to see how Giselle handles it. Like Giselle puts herself in some very bad situations. To see her wiggle her way out of it is like it's almost like magic, because not too many people can do it, but she finds her way.
That is true. Because I mean, people, I think like everybody likes her a little bit on the show, because I think she's probably a fun person in general. People just like her, but she will stir up some drama. And so it's just like, if you're the one on the other side of that drama, it's not fun. But if you know, on her side and Kikiing in the back, then it's hilarious. So I'm excited to see what's going on with this season and the people they bringing back, new friends and all of that.
Yeah, but Charisse has got to, you know, usually when they bring someone in, some type of drama is gonna, you know, be around that particular person. And so I'm wondering whether or not that drama is gonna be between she and the Grand Dame.
Yeah, I'm most likely it will be. But Karen ain't responding, so Karen was like, look, don't be using me to get back on this show.
Because you know, Karen is not quick with the words, and so I know it's gonna be a whole lot. It's gonna be a whole lot, and I'm she's
good in the diaries, though.
Yeah,
Karen is good in the diaries, but that one-on-one, like, come back fast.
Sometimes, unless she's like super upset. When she's super upset, everything just comes out.
Yeah,
and that works well for her. But unless she's upset, it ain't happening.
Yeah. So cool. I'm excited. Well, until next time, we'll be discussing the third episode of Real Housewives of Potomac. So
okay,
take
next
care.
Wednesday.
Yes. 6:30.
See y'all.